Welcome to the show. This is episode 2. We're going to be talking about in-cab inspection for your drive test center if you're going to challenge your AZ or DZ license.
Yes, we have a little bit of trucking news as well to bring up for you guys today as well.
Yeah. A small little game today for Davey. He does not know what this game is.
I have no idea.
But it's going to bring it out there. So we're going to go ahead and start with the news, I guess, of
Sure.
the trucking industry.
Yes.
So,
and this news is from, one of the local trucknews.com. And we'll bring this up for you so you can have a look. All right. This is, they've been having problems here in Brampton with these trucking schools.
and it's not only just there, right? It's kind of across pretty much Canada, right?
It is.
Problems.
Out Vancouver and Edmonton and Calgary. Yes, it is. Right across Canada is a problem. Not just Canada, in the U.S. as well.
Of course. But what's the news today that we have regarding a school being shut down?
Yes. Yes, there's a school in the Peel region, which is Toronto, right? I believe this is in Brampton, this particular school. And we'll just kind of scroll here a little bit. And this is what they're saying here, which is quite interesting, actually. The Ontario government has zero tolerance for bad actors on our roads and in our driver's licensing and training systems. This is why we're protecting Ontario by reviewing, improving driver education. This is part of our doing as well, yes, Eric and I, correct. Right? Improving our education, training, and licensing. The statements provided for the trucknews.com. You can also read what's going on here as well. TTSAO is in Windsor. They're right across Canada. That is another trucking school. They're pretty big, actually.
Yeah.
So they're saying this Peel Truck Driving School is no longer a member. Okay. Peel Truck Driving School is no longer a member of TTSAO, and that would be that school in Brampton.
Well, it's more of that. It's an association of truck training schools and associations, so you have to be a part of the TTSAO.
Yes.
In order to get the help program.
To be government funded, to the whole works, is it not?
That's part of it as well. Yes, definitely. And it's to be a registered school. There's schools that are not registered, which is more like the smaller kind of driving schools.
Yes.
That are not recognized.
Yes.
As a training facility, a proper one. But if you're part of the TTSAO, you're an actual qualified official truck driving school that has to follow certain rules and regulations.
Yes.
To operate.
Yes.
So what these schools are doing is that they're not following the TTSAO rules and regulations to be a proper school. And by breaching that contract, they can pull them off being a trucking school.
Yes.
And that's what kind of happened here.
Right.
So they broke some rules and regulations. I don't think we know exactly the rules and regulations based on this article. But most likely, most of them are because they fudged the hours of the students actually behind the wheel. Because you're mandatory have to have so many hours behind the wheel.
Some people may ask, how many hours are the mandatory hours? Well, of course, we kind of looked this up because we wanted to give you guys the exact numbers. For your truck driving school hours, they'll vary. Okay, but in Ontario, Canada, the minimum for Class A license is 103.5 hours. Under the mandatory entry-level training, MELT, as we call short form for MELT
program, yes. So that's the minimum that you need in order to get your to finish the course and be able to take your road test?
That's 103
Yeah.
hours.
So how many hours is that in the yard? It's say minimum, so or classroom time.
Well, they want it split between classroom, 36.5 hours. They want 17 hours in the yard.
Okay.
Okay. And in cab,
Yeah.
they want 50
So
hours.
my understanding would be in cab would be driving and behind the wheel.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's not 50 hours. So you got to be at least behind the wheel for 50 hours. And of course, doing some yard time, doing coupling, uncoupling, backing, and stuff like that. And of course, your classroom time of 36.5 hours.
Yes.
You successfully complete those hours, then you are eligible to go ahead and take your road test. Right. So a lot of these schools, what they're doing is they're signing off students saying that they completed these hours and not actually fully completing those hours, if that makes sense. So they're starting to catch schools doing that,
Yes.
and when they do audits on the schools
Yes.
and shutting them down, right? And it's going, it's happening across Ontario and across Canada, in the U.S. as well. They're always looking for that. So that was just kind of the news about today that we wanted to talk about the schools and how they should be following the TTSAO rules and regulations in order to stay
Yes. Yes. So you're looking at a full-time program,
open.
6 to 7 weeks.
Yeah, it's about 6 to 7 weeks. That's about what our students do, about 2 months, and then they take their test.
Yes.
Like 3-4 hours a day. It all depends. Right.
So you got to have these hours, and you have to show them. So these schools that are being shut down aren't following this at all.
Yeah.
They're not following the line. They're not following what's supposed to be done.
Yep, and that sets the standard for basic truck driving schools that they need to follow those rules.
Yes.
Now, DZ, do you need all those hours if you're going for your DZ license?
That's a big negative on that, I believe, right?
That's right.
You don't need all these hours for your D.
Yeah,
That's
you
correct.
can just study, watch our videos, and actually attempt to take that on your own at the Drive Test Center
Yes.
by challenging the test yourself using one of the Penske trucks that we suggest.
That's right. You'll have to rent a truck,
Rent a
and we
truck.
suggest Penske.
Yep. They'll set you up so that they know that you want to take your DZ license there at the drive test, and they'll know exactly what truck you need in order to drive there and take your test. And hopefully successfully pass.
Yes.
All right.
Understanding Schedule 1 as well.
Schedule 1.
Which we will be doing an episode on Schedule 1 for you guys, right?
Yep. And first one we're going to be doing is in-cab.
Today,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes. This is our in-cab.
we have an in-cab inspection for you guys.
And this in-cab, once again, will include your AZ or DZ, whatever way you're going
Yes.
for your license.
Yes.
It works for both. All right.
So we will bring that up.
Well, let's play this little game I was talking
Okay.
about first.
I don't know what he's got going here. I'm
All
not
right, I
sure.
have this little game. So you've been a truck driver for how many years, Davey? Tell me.
26.
26 years. Owner-operator, right? Company
Only
driver.
operated for 13, 14 years, yes.
Okay. Company driver as well.
And a company guy before all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And you went over the road, agreed?
Agreed.
Use a CB?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has years and years of experience being a truck driver over the road. Went to as far as like California and whatnot.
Yes.
Paul?
All over the
Been
states.
all over
yeah.
the states.
All over Canada, all over the states.
Been there, done it. So I have some quick questions for you. Just see if you remember being a truck driver now that you're a trainer for the last, 3-4 years or so?
Yes.
5 years. Do you remember some of the slangs that you would use as a truck driver? Example.
I have to watch my language.
It's not bad words.
Okay.
Okay. If somebody said, I see a bear or smoky bear,
Uh-oh.
what is that? Would you know what they mean if they said that word? the mic, or not the mic, but the
Over the CB.
CB. Yeah.
Yes, that would tell me
Mm-hmm.
there's a police
Oh,
cruiser or a speed trap
ding, ding, ding! He is correct.
or a speed cop.
Oh, that's
yes.
it.
Smokey
Nailed
the
it.
Bear.
Yeah, nice.
Every trucker should know that
Yeah.
one, okay?
Yeah, good. Can you get rid of these?
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, yes.
Okay, we're done with the news. so
we're
we
done
can
with the
get that.
news there
Yeah.
for now, folks. Okay, yeah.
Next one, all right? So bing, bing for you. See if you remember.
That's one.
That's one. This one might be a little tough. I've never even heard of this one.
Okay.
I see a skateboard down the road coming towards me. Ah, that's a tough one.
Oh,
Never even
wow.
heard of that one.
A skateboard. I'm going to say a skateboard is probably a truck pulling a flatbed trailer.
Oh, he nails it. Nails it. Man, oh man. All right.
There comes a skateboard.
Ah, here comes a skateboard. Good, good. Let's see if you remember anything else here. This one might be a little tougher. I thought I had you in the last one, so good job. All right. How about yardstick?
Oh, all right, well.
What's
Well-
a yardstick in the trucking industry?
A yardstick would be a mile marker, I believe. Right?
You are 100%.
Right?
That is impressive.
Not bad for an old dog,
That's
right?
impressive. That is impressive.
Yardstick will be your mile marker.
Yeah.
And as truckers, you should know your mile markers, right?
Let's just say you're in this situation. You're driving down the road, right? Eating your sandwich, listening to your music, agreed? Of course, defensive driving, paying attention.
Of course.
And you need to pay the water bill.
Okay.
What do you think that would mean in the trucking language?
You got to pay the water bill. Well, I'm assuming that could be your fuel bill.
Ah, I think I stumped you on
I
that.
think you might got me on one here.
Now remember to write some comments if you know the answer.
Yeah,
Don't be
please.
shy. All right.
Pay the water bill. Now, that could be a tanker.
It's a situation in which you may have to pull over.
Interesting. I don't know if I've heard this one.
Ah, yes. It is using the restroom. Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And let's do one last one. Let's do one last one before we get into our in-cab inspections.
I'm ready.
All right.
Shoot.
This one is, let's see if you can remember this one. There's a bear in the air.
Oh, well, we know a bear on the ground is a speed cop. A bear in the air would be one of them Cessna planes. It would be a cop in the air.
That's correct.
Right?
I mean, that's ultimately correct.
A bear in the air.
Yes, police in a helicopter or something. Or
Okay.
the case may be. You were in a plane, whatever.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Wow, that's exciting. You can tell you're definitely an old school truck driver.
I missed the washroom once. Shame on me.
Yeah. What channel was that on the CB that truck drivers usually communicate on?
Well, it used to be, and I believe it still is, Channel 19
Channel 19.
is nationwide,
Nationwide.
Canada and the U.S. Channel 19.
Yeah, I never used a CB as a truck driver. Because I was more local and stuff like that, so I didn't wire it.
Right.
But do you have any experiences on the CB? Like any stories that you might have had? Or is it-
Yeah, there's probably some I really can't tell.
Well,
Late at night stories.
right.
At the truck
Okay.
stops. Because your CB is also a, how do you say, people can get your attention. How's that? I always found it interesting when I used to run through Kentucky and Tennessee, and some of you other truckers out there, let me know, you as well. You'd be driving through, say, around dinner time, supper time. You'd be going by some of the truck stops. They'd come out, they'd give the mile marker where they're at, and they would give you their menu. They'd give you what's on special,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Like, hey, we
Right
got
on.
Salisbury steak tonight with mashed potatoes, and you know, there's some of the good things with the CB radio, right? That's some of the stuff I remember, and I'm still sure they still do that, right?
Do you think it's the same now with cell phones? This is obviously before cell phones came around.
Yes, it was,
Right.
but yeah, I don't know. Some of you guys let us know.
Yes.
I am still a CB guy to this day. I think CBs are very important. I think it's a great way, a great communication. Knowing where the police are, knowing where accidents are, knowing the weather.
Yeah.
CBs are incredible.
So your standard was Channel 19.
Channel 19.
Any
your
new
standard.
truck drivers out there or students out there, if you ever come across using a CB, Channel 19 is the answer?
Yes, it is. Yes, Ontario, Canada, US.
Okay.
Channel 19.
Which gives you some information with what's a range usually on a CB, like a couple miles or a mile?
Yeah, on your basic ones, a few miles, unless you take them into a truck stop where they have guys that will hop up your CB radio, put in a Connex board, an echo board, reverb board, and boost your radio, your distance and receiving.
Okay.
If you want to spend the money on it, you can get your radio done up. Yes.
Good to know.
I agree. They're not used. Your question, that they're not used the way they used to be, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
It's more the old timer truckers, the older guys, I think, that still have them.
That makes sense, yeah. Because when I drove, I never used a CB. Never understood it.
Right.
Did you have a handle?
I did.
What was your handle?
Looney Tune.
Looney Tune, baby, Looney Tune. Like it.
Looney Tune.
All right, so
10-4.
let's go ahead. We had a little fun there, a little knowledge, a little history of Davey when he was a truck driver for so many years. Just a heads up, in a couple weeks, we're probably going to have a live stream.
Yes,
We're
we're working on that. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to work on a live stream. We're also probably going to have a guest if we can set it up.
Yes.
I know we don't have the biggest studio in the world.
Yes.
But we're probably going to have a guest. And we haven't decided who yet, but I was thinking maybe our old trainer, old school truck driver,
Mr. Paul.
Mr. Paul. People in Windsor here that are watching this video will definitely know Mr. Paul when you see him on the screen.
Yes.
Wonderful students of ours as well will see this video and recognize Mr. Paul. And he's been driving truck for over 40 years.
Yeah, he'd be an incredible guest to get on here.
So I'm thinking...
And he's a good friend of ours.
Yes. So we're thinking about getting him involved with a nice guest speaker.
Yes.
We call him?
Yeah.
And that'll happen in a couple weeks, but that's what we're thinking.
Yes.
So let's get down to the actual video, okay? Our episode 2, in-cab inspection.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and start the video. We will pause it in between the... What's the word am I looking for there, Davey? Inspections. You have 5 things you need to do in an in-cab inspection. You have to inspect your steering wheel, your wiper blades or windshield wipers, a driver's seat, your heater defrost, and I'm missing something, and your glass and mirrors. Those are pretty much the 5. Of course, you have what we call the intro, where you got to check your gauges and making sure they're functioning as well.
In-cab inspection. So we're going to bring up a little video Eric and I did, and we'll just talk about it as we go along. Right?
That's right. That's it.
And as Eric said, there's 5 demonstrations.
5 demonstrations. Cab inspection. Davey created this using a Penske truck. This is good for your AZ and DZ inspection for the ministry or the drive test center. Take your test. So we'll go ahead and start the video, and we will be doing section by section. There's 5 in-cab inspections in which you have to do, plus your intro, which is the beginning part here that you're going to see. Which will also include glass and mirrors, steering wheel, heater defrost, driver's seat, and windshield wipers. Did I get them all?
You got them all, including safety devices.
Yeah, safety devices is optional, which we'll talk about after the video.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the video here so you can watch this.
All right, so we are now going to do a demonstration for in-cab inspection. This includes AZ and DZ. Let's do this. Key on, engine off. Take a look at your indicator lamps. All of my indicator lamps are normal and working. My vehicle is in neutral. Start your vehicle. All of my indicator lamps went out except my parking light, which will go out when I release the brakes. All of my gauges are normal and working. Now I will begin.
Okay, so that was the intro of
Yes.
the in-cab, right? Things to think about on there was that Davey, first just put the ignition on just to see all the what we call indicator lamps, which is all the lights that come up on your dash to make sure they're functional, right?
Yes.
Then, of course, we fired up the engine, and all the indicator lights turned off at that point, right? Most likely, the only thing you had on there was your parking brake, which Davey mentioned that the parking brake, because you have to mention what lights are on the dash after you start it up. In this case, the only thing was on was the parking brake, and Davey mentioned that the parking brake light is on, which will go off when he releases the brakes.
Yes.
The next thing we went through was all the gauges. So Davey did a hand sweep of all the gauges on the dash, which is like your battery, your temperature, your speedometer, just all the gauges on there. Took a quick look to make sure that all the gauges are normal
And working. With a hand sweep.
It's a hand sweep. Once you do the intro, you are free to continue doing the rest of your test. If you're running a AZ with a truck and trailer, please keep in mind if you have primary and secondary air tanks, you should probably do that individually. Like my primary air tank has X amount of PSI, which is normal and working, and the secondary air tank as well.
Yes.
Whatever PSI that's on the gauge is normal and working as well. Okay, so we can go ahead and next video.
Right, and that's
yes.
It's a good point that Eric was saying, because the truck we're using has hydraulic brakes.
Yeah.
Right. We will be doing more episodes with actual air brakes. Okay, that's why Eric was saying that.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're going to continue on now. I'm going to start with glass and mirrors. No, all of my mirrors are not cracked, broken, or damaged. My mirrors are secured to the vehicle and they are adjusted to me. All of my glass, my sides, my back, and my windshield are not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to the vehicle, and there are no obstructions. Now I'm going to move on.
Right. All right, so on that demonstration is called glass and mirrors. Davey once again did a great job checking his mirrors. Like if you have hood mirrors on your vehicle, you're going to check and point to every mirror, just like Davey did there, and made sure that the mirrors are not cracked or broken, secure. It helps. Your key thing here is that they're adjusted for you. Okay. Then of course Davey moved on to the glass part, right? You're checking all your side glass, your back glass, your windshield. Very important to say that the windshield are not cracked, broken, right? Secured to the vehicle, and there's no obstructions, right?
Very key.
Yes, that's a key word. No
Very
obstructions.
key. No obstructions.
So if we look at the Schedule 1 for glass and mirrors, your minor major defects.
Okay, we're going to pull up that Schedule 1 for you guys. Okay.
At the very top there, well, in this case, it is part 14. You'll see 14.1, minor defect, meaning that it's you're permitted to drive. That the required mirror or window glass fails to provide the required view to the driver as a result of being cracked, broken, or damaged, missing, or maladjusted, is your minor defect. You would write it in your daily inspection, notify the operator, and I am permitted to drive. It's very important to kind of let them know what the defects are, right? And that you would notify the operator right in your daily inspection. And that you're permitted to drive the vehicle. Okay.
Right, and if we go across, there is no major defect. What we've learned over the years is you don't tell the examiners that. You just read what's on your Schedule 1.
Yes. Based on that, if there's any minor defects or if there's major defects, but you don't have to tell them that there's a major defect, just a minor defect.
Yes.
Yeah. It depends where your drive test center is and which city across Ontario. But it's definitely important to tell the minor defect.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and to watch the next video.
Okay. I will do steering wheel next. Turn your wheel hard all the way to the left. My steering wheel responds to the left. My steering wheel responds to the right. Find center. I have no free play. My steering wheel is secured to the vehicle. Next.
Okay, so that was steering wheel, right? Dave, you want to explain steering wheel? Okay.
Steering wheel is one of the easier demonstrations, really, if you watch the demonstration. But once I've completed that demonstration, now I'm going to go to Schedule 1. Okay?
There it is. Part, 19?
Part 19.
Okay.
Part 19.1, steering wheel lash or free play is greater than normal. I'm going to finish this off by saying I'll write this in my daily inspection, notify the operator. I am, in fact, permitted to drive. I'm going to go across now.
Yeah, right over here. Yeah.
These are the major defects. Okay? So a major defect in steering would be 19.2M. Steering wheel is insecure or does not respond normally. Steering wheel lash, free play, exceeds the prescribed limit. These are both major defects. I'll write that in my daily inspection. I'll notify the operator I am not permitted to drive. So we get into a major defects now. If there's something wrong, you cannot drive. Okay?
So in Davey's demonstration there, of course, Davey fully turned the wheel to the left and to the right, and letting know that the examiner that the steering wheel responds left and right like it should. Then, of course, Davey grabbed the steering wheel and wiggled it left and right. Right? That's to check for free play.
Yes.
Once again, Davey said there's no free plate on the steering. And then Davey grabbed it and gave it a nice little shake. And of course, making sure that the steering wheel is secured to the vehicle.
Yes.
Right? So those are your key things you need to do with the steering wheel. All right? And that's what it says on your minor and major defects, is checking those things out.
Yes.
Once again, when you do your in-cab, you're just doing your full in-cab all the way through like the video does. It doesn't matter what order you do it in. You can do steering wheel, then your heater defrost, whatever the case may be. But you have to kind of go through that whole video to complete your in-cab inspection. All right. Yes. So we got that steering wheel. You ready to continue for the next one?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead and take over there if you'd like. Okay.
Wipers. Washer fluid and wipers. Start with your indicator here and just move. Do a couple and go right to high. All of my wiper speeds are working. Now use your washer fluid. Do 3 passes. 1, 2, 3. Turn it off. All of my wiper speeds are working. My washer fluid is working and will clear my view through the windshield. Take a look at your wiper blades. Both of my wiper blades are secured to the vehicle with no damage. Now I'm going to...
All right, Davey, did you want to explain wipers? Windshield wipers. Windshield wipers.
So wipers, now we've done our demonstration. We're kind of simulating like you're at your test and this is what you got to do, okay? So we just did a demonstration for wipers. Now I'm going to go to Schedule 1. And I'm going to find, we got it up there.
Well, it doesn't come up, but just go ahead and read. It's part 23. Unfortunately, it's kind of, actually, we can just do this, Davey, if you'd like.
I see.
Just so they can see it.
Yeah, I kind of want you to see the Schedule 1 there.
Yeah, so we're going to unlock this, and we're just going to drag this down a bit here. So you can see part 23.
There it is.
Okay. So
right.
23.
So this is how I would do this. I would do the demonstration, then I would go right to Schedule 1. Part 23 is windshield wiper and washer. 23.1, control system malfunction. 23.2, wiper blade is damaged, missing, or fails to adequately clear the driver's field of vision. These are both minor defects. I would write this in my daily inspection, notify the operator I am permitted to drive. Now I'm going to go across. Yep, there's a major defect. When use of wipers or washer is required, 23.3M, wiper or washer fails to adequately clear the driver's field of vision in an area swept by the driver's side wiper. I would write this in my daily inspection. I'll notify the operator I am not permitted to drive.
Yes, so basically, once again, he demonstrated windshield wiper washers and windshield wipers and washers.
Yes.
Part 23. He, of course, Davey checked all the speeds.
All your speeds and settings.
Yeah, and the settings were working. Check the windshield wiper fluid to make sure that it comes out as it should. And you should do about 3 passes of that washer fluid. Just don't squirt it for a second. Let it go 3 times.
Yeah.
And say, of course, and examine the windshield wipers to check if there's any cracked or broken or damaged.
And that is key.
Yep, and that they're secured to the vehicle.
Yes.
Just like you watched on the video. All right, using those minor majors. So we'll go ahead and continue, Davey. Yes?
Let's continue on to the next one. Yes. Move on to heater defrost. Start your settings. Go through a few of them. Put it in defrost. Do a hand sweep as far as you can reach. I feel heat. Go all the way to high. I feel heat. All of my heater defrost settings are working and will clear my view through the windshield. Now, final, driver's seat.
All right, so that was heater defrost. All right, your schedule 1 for this one is part 15. Control or system failure is a minor defect. You're going to write up my daily inspection, notify my operator, and I am permitted to drive the vehicle. Okay. Then you're going to go over to the major defects and let her know that 15.2M is that, of course, the defroster fails to provide unobstructed view through the windshield is a major defect. And I would write up my daily inspection, notify the operator, and I am not permitted to drive. That is for your heater defrost. All you have to make sure is that you have it on full heat and set on defrost. Then you're going to go through all your speeds nice and easily with your hands wafting, just like you've seen on the video. And of course, mention that you feel heat and that all the speeds and settings are working, and it will clear my view through the windshield, whatever way you say that. Right? Good. All right, we'll go ahead and move on. Any adding on to that?
Well, I wanted to add on, but I wanted to backtrack just a bit to
Go
wipers.
Oh, okay.
We had a good question earlier we had thought of. I know we had said on the major and minor defects, If you had a broken wiper blade,
Yes.
if you had a broken wiper blade, driver's side,
Yep.
would you be put out of service for that? Would you have to,
So your main
park your vehicle? Would you?
Yeah,
have
so
to-
you're saying if the driver's side wiper blade is damaged or not or missing, could I drive the vehicle? Is that what you're asking?
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
The truth is, yes, you can, if it's
Okay.
a sunny day.
If it's a sunny day, yeah.
But if it starts to rain, or you need to clear your windshield, and you don't have a wiper, or it's not functioning, then you're out of service, yes.
Gotcha.
But you had an example, of course, you had to do it once where you had to get your passenger side.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're not out of service
No.
if you grab your passenger side windshield wiper and install it on the
Driver's
driver's
side.
side,
Yeah.
and it wipes the driver's side,
Yes.
then you're in service.
And then you're good.
You're good.
So I don't know. You guys let me know if you've ever had anything like that happen.
Yeah.
Right? You can use that passenger wiper and put it on your driver's side. It's the driver's side that has to be able to see.
That's correct. Yep. And it's when you need your washer fluid or your windshield wipers. All right? So
Yes.
you still have to mark it as a minor defect that something's not functioning correctly. But if it's a sunny day and you have a clear windshield, you can technically drive
Yes.
until it rains, or if you need to wipe your windshield.
Yes.
Then you're out of service if it doesn't function.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
Just wanted to
yeah.
bring that up,
Yeah.
because I've had people ask that before.
yeah.
It's a good question.
It is a very, very excellent question.
Hey.
All right, so once again, the one we just watched was heater defrost, and we got that going.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and continue with the next video.
Hey, so this is number 5.
This is the last
of
one, yeah.
The last one of your in-cab inspection. This is the last one, called driver's seat. Run your hand up the right side of the seat. I see no damage to my seat. Rock it sideways. Rock it back and forth. My seat is secured to the vehicle and stays in the set position, meaning it's set for you. Hey, reach up and grab the seat belt. Pull it all the way out. Gotta keep the clip. All the way out. Hey, my seat belt has no rips, damaged. My seatbelt locks. My seatbelt unlocks. And again, I'll say it again. I see no damage, rips, or tears to my seatbelt. Run your hand up the side here. Grab it. Pull it. My seatbelt is secured with no damage. Follow your hand down the left side. Find the tether belt. My tether belt secured to the vehicle, no damage. Here. On your right side, find the tether belt, give it a pull. Tether belt secured to the vehicle, no damage. I have now completed my in-cab inspection.
All right, so that would conclude your in-cab inspection.
Because there are 5 of them.
There's 5 of them now, plus your intro.
And your little intro, so, yeah.
The gauges.
And technically it could be 6 because there's safety equipment too.
Yes, the Davey bringing up safety equipment is optional for the examiner to ask you. We don't have a video on that. It's not rocket science either.
No.
Basically, if the examiner asks you about safety equipment, once again, it's optional. She may not, or he or she. Safety equipment, you need 3. In any commercial vehicle, you need these 3 safety equipments. Davey, do you remember which 3? Of course you do, but
Well, I better darn well remember. And there is, in fact, a Schedule 1 for emergency equipment.
That's right,
So
yes.
don't think you don't need to know it.
that's right.
You're going to need 3. Okay? One is a fire extinguisher. It is full, present with no defects.
That's right.
A first aid kit, full, present, and no defects.
Yeah.
And we have emergency triangles that are full present and no defects. And that's your wording. That's how you would say it
That's right.
to that examiner if that question was asked to you.
Yeah, you could just point out each thing, right? There's my fire extinguisher.
Yes.
It's full, present, no defects. There's my first aid kit, full, present, no defects. And you go through those three things.
Yes.
And all you got to do is tell her or him, the examiner, the minor and major defects for that. And there's only a minor defect for this,
That's correct.
which is, of course, under Part 9, which is 9.1. Right? Emergency equipment is missing, damaged, or defect. Damaged or defective. Okay? So you just write it in your daily inspection, notify the operator, and I am permitted to drive.
You are permitted.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is in fact on Schedule 1. It's listed as emergency. So you better have emergency equipment in your vehicle, and you better know where it is and what it is.
Yes. Yes.
Hot
And
tip.
that's probably a topic in which we're going to talk about in one of our episodes on how to use emergency triangles.
Yes.
A lot of people don't even understand how
Yes.
to use the flares or emergency triangles
It's
in
true.
case you have a breakdown.
Yes.
There's actually a way you need to kind of place those emergency triangles.
That's right, behind your
Within
vehicle and
in
the
front
distance.
sometimes, and distance. Yep. Yeah. So that's something we'll probably talk about
That's
in
good.
one
Yeah.
of the episodes down the road.
Yes.
Okay. What do you do on a breakdown, right?
You guys all have to have them, all you truckers out there, right? You got to have that safety equipment. You got to know how to use those triangles and stuff.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
And you better have a full fire extinguisher.
it's a good idea. But they are minor defects. So if you don't freak out.
That's right.
Just write in your daily inspection. Notify the owner, operator, whoever owns that machine. Let them know you don't have a fire extinguisher or triangles or something. And they'll provide it for you.
Yes.
And you put it in the machine. And then you're golden.
But you got to let people know,
That's what
you know.
Yeah. And once again, that concludes our in cab. Any comments, any questions, feel free to write it in there, right?
Please.
And we will respond to it. And of course, maybe make a video out of it.
If we can answer it, we will. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment. Leave a like. More content on the way.
And always fuel the journey and embrace the grit.